Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And y'all are already saying nice things about each other. I love it. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Shauna. Wonderful to see all you guys here today and chatting with each other. I love providing this space for us to come together and say some good stuff about us and to really build into our own lives. So thank you so much for being here. This is the wake up call, and this is what we do every morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I'm going to pull a card off the top of my deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do that, we are building into ourselves. We are building into our own experience. And so let's have some fun today. Let's pull a card and say that today I am constructive. I am constructive. My words and actions build others up. So I am constructive. My words and actions build others up. Are you constructive? You are constructive. Your words and actions build others up. So I'm going to write that down in the comments. And as I do, I am bringing more of this into my own life. So I'm saying that I am constructive. My words and my actions build others up. And as I build others up, I build myself up as well, because how can we rise and how can we lift other people up except that we also are at that high place, except that we also are elevated, except that we also have constructed ourselves. This is how we do it. This is the only way to do it. We can't build other people up if we don't believe it about ourselves. We must first believe things about ourselves before we can even say them about others. And the inverse is also true. Whenever I see somebody who makes it their business to tear other people down, I realize that that person also tears themselves down, and they must stoop to the level that they tear other people down too. And so we are constructive today, and our words and our actions build other people up. And we do this quite intentionally. In fact, I mean, even before the wake-up call, as you guys were all talking to each other, you were saying nice and empowering and wonderful things to each other. Of course, we build other people up. That's our standard. That's what we do all the time. The challenge, of course, comes when life comes by to frustrate us, and it can be very tempting for us to not build others up. It can be very tempting for us to have some kind of a put down. And the fact is that this sort of stuff affects all of us. It affects me. Sometimes the first thing that I want to say when I'm frustrated to somebody is something that would irrevocably damage the relationship. And so in the end, I do the smart thing and I shut up and I keep that first thought to myself, especially because I don't even believe it. I say things in my frustration, or I think things in my frustration that absolutely should never be said out loud. And so I am constructive. My words and my actions build others up. And it's not just my words. It's not just the things that I say, but it's also the things that I do, and it's the things that you do as well. In the end, people are not, or don't look at or don't listen to our words so much as they observe our actions. And in the end, the actions speak louder than words. And so when we pay attention to people's actions and when we pay attention to our own, we can see a little window into our own hearts. So as we go through today, let's realize that we are constructing, that we are building things together. That we're going to be building all kinds of amazing projects. They're going to be building into the people around us, and that we're going to be building into ourselves. And let's do this with our words and with our actions. And let's make sure that that whenever it is that we have something inside of our hearts that is not helpful, that we just keep that thing in there, and then we rebuke that inside of ourselves. I know that it happens to me sometimes, and fortunately it happens less now than it used to, but it still does happen when I'll have some snap judgment that is unkind, So, I'll see somebody or I'll see some situation, and instantly in my head, I will think something awful about that person or situation. And of course, my very next thought is that my very oh, thank you for the lights, Pepper. My very next thought is that wow, I can't believe that I thought that thing. I can't believe that that thought was inside of my head. I can't believe that I had that snap judgment. What's wrong with me? And then I'm very happy and that I had the wisdom and the discernment to not say that thing, or to not do that thing, or to not behave in that way. And so I am constructive today. You are constructive also. And our words and our actions build each other up and build others up too. So let's have some fun today by making sure that we are constructive and not destructive, as Dan almost wrote. He says, "I am constructive." Well, let's be real here. Most people are destructive. Most people have some kind of self-destructive streak inside of them. I watch people destruct themselves all the time, and I don't understand why. But then again, when I was destructing myself, and let me tell you, there was plenty of times in my life where I have also been destructive of myself, and that then I also thought that I was in the right, even as I was destroying myself, even as I was hurting myself and other people, which I have done in the past. And I'm so grateful that that doesn't happen as much anymore as it used to. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect. I'm not going to pretend that I always do the right thing. Simply, life is a matter of more or less, and in moving toward the things that we desire more of, and moving away from the things that we desire less of. And as soon as I identified this character trait in myself that I didn't like, I started to intentionally choose that thing less often, and that was when the first thing that crossed my mind stopped being the first thing that came out of my mouth. As Jan says that beautiful thing, I can only give as much space for others as I have given myself. And then Shauna reminds us not to judge that initial thought. It's true, we don't judge that initial thought. We just say, "Huh, that's in there." I'm never going to say that out loud, but "Huh, that's in there." And oftentimes, what I'll do if I have some judgmental thought about some person, one of the first things that I'll do, I'll actually pray for that person immediately, because aren't we supposed to pray for our enemies? So when somebody is, or something or some situation causes me to lose my peace, or to lose a little bit of control over my own thought processes, my first thought is I'm just going to speak blessings into this person's life, and into their experience, or into this situation that has caused me such frustration that my brain would even go to that negative place. And so I am constructive today. You are constructive as well, and our words and actions build others up. So let's make sure that we do that today, and let's also be open to being built up by other people. Let's be open to also being the to being that ability, or to being that what am I trying to say here? Let us be open to being constructed by others, to being built up by others, because let's face it, that we also need to be built up. We also need other people's words and actions to build us up, and receiving those gifts is definitely a challenge, and it doesn't come naturally. So let's have a constructive day today. It has been already a wonderful wake-up call. I'm actually going to go see a custom home builder today. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm making up a portfolio website for them, so that's super exciting. And that's kind of one of the reasons that when the I Am Constructive card came up in my morning meditations this morning, I was like, oh, this is a fun one. I'm totally going to work with this one. I'm working with a constructor today. So really, really excited about that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Good morning again to, let's see here. Good morning again to Rebecca and Jan. Good morning, Shauna. Let's see here. Good morning, Wendy. Hey there, Wendy. Wonderful to see you here. I'm constructing for you too. Today, I'm constructing a website for you. Actually, I was working on a website for you about 30 minutes ago, and with regard to the various emails that you've sent me and the stuff that we're hashing out about the details. So wonderful to see you on the wake up call. Let's see here. Let's see. So yeah, so good morning, Rebecca. Wonderful to see you. Good morning, Dan. Always like your play on words with the wake up call, Dan. So fun to see what you have to say about the cards. Good morning, Robert, coming in from Daytona Beach, and also good morning, Jan, from your nest in paradise. Good morning. Let's see here. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, let's see. Good morning to. Let's see here. Oh, looks like Robert is going to be celebrating a birthday soon. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. You're coming out this weekend to celebrate your birthday, Robert. We're going to be wonderful to see you and hopefully Lauren at the same time. Let's see. You do, yeah. Oh, Rebecca, I really love the way that you put the word today in front of the I am. It's a lot of fun to really affirm it for ourselves today. Today I am constructive. That's a great way of putting it, and just a nice added way of continuing to drill down into these I am statements. And we can, as long as we're putting words that we agree with and we like in front of and behind I am, it really helps us to focus our energies. Let's see. Let's see. So yeah. So good morning to Shauna. Shauna says that she's constructive, bringing this into her own life and filling her cup. I love to be a part of you filling your cup, Shauna, so that it overflows into your saucer. And let's see. Good morning, Nicole. Good to see you here today. Nicole goes the opposite direction. She just uses the words "I am," and that also is incredibly powerful. I am. It's just this declaration of our own existence. Let's see. Uh, all right. So Jan says thoughts are just thoughts. Authenticity is being able to personally pick and choose the ones that resound with our current core beliefs and flick away the ones that don't. Yep. Or as I went to a Buddhist meditation retreat a couple of years back, and it was basically it was a 12-hour breathing meditation that we did. And so we just sat there in this Buddhist temple. We breathed. We did breathing exercises for 12 hours straight. And one of the things that they really drilled in during that breathing exercise meditation was, if a thought comes, just observe the thought and then let it go, and really pursue that mind blank state, which is something that empowers you to, which is something that empowers you to be actually meditative for for those 12 hours, which was, let me tell you, more challenging than it sounds. So yeah, let's see. Good morning, Lane. Wonderful to see you here on the wake up call this morning. And let's see here. Good morning, Wendy. Oh, Wendy has such nice things to say for me. Thank you so much, Wendy. Let's see. And constructive is a sacred synchronicity for you, Maui Paul. Okay, then. Very good. A constructive synchronicity or sacred synchronicity. The word sacred means set apart. And so what kind of a wonderful comment or compliment to be considered set apart for any kind of a purpose. Anyways, guys, this has been a wonderful wake up call. Thank you so much for being with me on it. I've got a business meeting to go to in about 40 minutes. I'm going to go and be more constructive and then come back here and be more constructive. And then got a midwife appointment today too. So Pepper is constructing a baby, and we are going to set that baby up for the absolute best of success by employing the services of a midwife. So have a second meeting with the midwives today. My goodness, it is a busy, busy day. And I'm going to meet a lot of new people that I don't usually talk to. And so my words and my actions today will build others up. So have yourselves a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. This is your daily reminder. I love you. I care about you. I think you're amazing. I believe that you have the ability to embody these words. And I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.